shuffle the cards real quick. So your message is you're wasting away. I feel like it's because you don't do anything. I saw this statistic a couple years ago that said like people who work at a desk, they have shorter lifespans because they're just sitting. I feel like you don't use your body. Like you don't. I'm not really sure what you do, but I feel like you don't. You just sit around or whatever. The human body was not designed for that. So I feel like you just. I feel like you're wasting away. Like even if you may eat a lot and it's just. But I feel like you don't do enough like mind engaging activities. I feel like you don't. Maybe you don't have any I feel like there's no human interaction. Like I feel like you don't do anything. Like you I don't want to say this, but like I kind of feel like you're not going to be here for that much longer. Because you don't, it's like, even if you're like, oh, I really love life and I really want to live, your body is like, you're contradicting your body. Because you're not living, you're not doing anything. Like you don't use your body or whatever. In other cases, I feel like you could be wasting money. Yeah, I just got you're wasting away. Like, so yeah. I'm gonna shuffle, see what comes up. All right, you have the Emperor. All right, so this could be a man or whatever. Or yeah, I feel like you just sit for hours, or in this instance, because the Emperor is like he's by himself, he's just sitting there on the throne with nothing to do. And like you could be the CEO operator of a company, but you don't really do anything. You have managers, you have supervisors, you have all these people under you who actually do all the work. You just kind of sit there, and I feel like you don't have anything to do. Like you could be the president or the president of a company, but like I said before, you don't really do anything. You're just the president, you're just the CEO, you're just a placeholder, a figurehead, or whatever. It's everybody else who actually gets up, walks around, talks, interacts. They make all the moves and you get all the credit. But I feel like this is one of the quickest ways to kill another person, by making them the president, making them the head, putting them in charge, but not letting them do anything. So it's like you get all this attention or you get all this praise, and that's not enough to keep a human being alive, unfortunately. But you don't use your body. I feel like you're just wasting away, getting old in a chair. Like just literally, you could be a chairman. I know that's like another form of being like in charge over people, and overseer, whatever. You just sit at a desk all day long. People come to you and say, hey, we took care of that. Hey, we took care of this. Hey, this happened today. You're just, that's pretty much like the only human interaction that you have, if that. I don't know if you have a partner. I feel like if you do have a partner, is if you feel alone. It feels like you're single. Yeah, I mean the Emperor Aries is by himself. You know, he's the first sign of the zodiac. One is a very lonely number. Okay, and that is what Aries is. It's the first house. I feel like I feel like you feel alone. I feel like you are alone. This could be too, like just alone in your thoughts. Like nobody understands you. Nobody thinks like you. It could also be just a man doing this to you. Somebody wants you to waste away. Like, I feel like you don't have anything to do. It could be your dad. I pull another one. No, it's pretty much the thick of it. But yeah, okay, you have divine intervention, whatever. So I feel like men are doing this to you. Like you just sit around. I feel like too, I feel like this is a tactic, so you could be like, oh, I need me a man that's gonna complete me, and That's not what I mean either. I feel like evolution is not, it's not like that. It's not like, oh, get you a man and then you'll start living better. Life will be more fun if you just get a man. No, life will be more fun if you get out of the fucking house, get into nature, put your feet in the water, start eating, being around crowds of people, interacting with them, talking, finding solutions to your problems, like living your life. Like a man is not the solution to your problem. That's not, it's not a man is not going to save you or help you. The human body was meant to jump, run, think. So this is like something about like critical thinking. It's about human interaction. It's about being around other humans. It's about living your fucking life and not being, it's not, has nothing to do with a man. So I kind of feel like this is the tactic that men use to make you be like, oh, I'm so lonely, I'm so this, I'm so that, I'm wasting away. I need a man in my life. I can't wait to get a man. That's going to solve all my problems. No, it's not. So it's because you're still going to be fucking sitting around or sitting under a man. That the human body was not designed for that. I feel like you need to get a bike or roller skates. Like you need to move your body. Like if you are like sitting around lonely or whatever, do some exercises. But I feel like maybe you don't feel like doing anything because there's no human interaction. You have nothing to bounce your ideas off of. Like there's nobody around you. You're not doing anything. I feel like even if a man comes around, it's like you're completely bored or you are bored. Like you haven't critically thought in so long. You don't even know how to talk to a man. Why is that even important? Who cares? I feel like you need to get up, move your legs. Maybe like, because I kind of, it's not about having a mate or having love. It's about like using your body. It's about using the suit that you're living in. It's not about who you're with or who you're sleeping with and shit like that. So I feel like there's a man around you that is so fucking desperate for you to be with him that he's not letting you do anything in order for you to desire to be with a man. But even if you get with a man and yet he's useless to you, you're useless to him because you haven't used your body in so long. You can't really satisfy a man. I guess that's what the whole entire universe is about, satisfying a fucking man or whatever. Or it's all about love and sex when really it's about using the human body the way that it's supposed to be used. I feel like you have no idea how amazing the human body is because you don't use it. You don't run, you don't jump, you don't skip, you don't skate, you don't fucking do anything. I feel like all you do is like eat. And that's great and all because the human body can digest pretty much anything at this point in this day and age, but that is not what the human body was meant to do. I feel like you don't use your legs, you don't run, you don't jump. I feel like you don't use your hands. I feel like you don't do anything. This is like a caveman energy to me. You just sit around, and when you get bored enough, a man is going to approach you and say, hey, do you want a man? Of course I do, because I'm fucking lonely and bored and I'm wasting away. I would love a man right now. So I just kind of feel like somebody is just desperate. And I feel like too, even if I feel like it's not meant for you to be with somebody, because divine intervention is like, I just kind of feel like somebody really is trying to force you to be a certain way or do a certain thing that you're not supposed to be doing. Maybe that's being with a man, or maybe somebody's trying to turn you into a man by not letting you interact with other women. So I feel like here's the thing. If you are a female here and you have no female friends at all, like you don't talk to females on the phone, you don't listen to female music, you don't have no interaction with other females. Somebody feels like if you don't interact with females, if you don't hear a female's voice, you'll turn into a man. Some species that actually happens to. If you are a woman of color, I think you're good in that department. We don't turn into fucking men just because we're not around women. That's a species of women who are underdeveloped, and they're not supposed to be here anyway. So that's not going to happen. You're not going to turn into a fucking man just because you're not around any women. But I feel like this is somebody's goal. So I feel like the people who are throwing at you or whatever this is, I feel like they're stupid people. They're underdeveloped. They're not supposed to be here anyway. And I feel like the way that they think is just so counterproductive. Like, you don't have to worry about that because I feel like these people, they are beneath you. They have the stupidest fucking ideas. Like they're illogical. So the games they play don't make any sense and it'll never happen. Like, that's the stupidest shit I ever heard in my life. But I feel like somebody's trying to turn you into a dude by not letting you do anything or not letting you be around other women. Now, this could be women too who are just so fucking jealous of you. They're so afraid of you being around men when that's not even about what this is about. That's not what the human experience is about. But I feel like some bitches are so thirsty and so caught up in dick. They feel like everybody thinks the same way. They feel like everybody thinks about dick all day. Everybody thinks about sex all day. Everybody thinks about men all day. I don't think you're like that. I think you think about nature and animals and the ocean and the skies and how that relates to our future. Maybe you do think about food, but I feel like a lot of times you think about nature. You want to be in nature. You're not thinking about dick or having sex or having a baby. But since you're around women who that's all they think about, and it could be your age group as well, I feel like you are at an age where everybody is thirsty. But I feel like you could be like really pretty or like wife material, but you don't want to be a fucking wife. I feel like you want to be in nature. You want to be outside. You need to be outside. You understand why you're here, and it's not to sit on somebody's dick. It's to use the human mind, use the human body, have experiences. The men are not going anywhere, but bitches are so fucking thirsty and so fucking scared of you even being seen by a man. Because that's all they think about. All they think about is dick and men and having sex. And like they're narrow-minded. They don't know shit. I feel like with the Temperance card, I feel like you are a very scientific person. That's what you think about. Nature, science, the future, improvement. Using your human body, having a human experience. It could be men and women just not letting you do anything because they're so scared that you're going to get attention. Who the fuck cares about that shit? That's some little girl shit. But I feel like someone's like, well, we wanna wait until you get too old to want a man. No, you'll be dead before then. Because that's how the human body works. I feel like you don't have any other human interaction. It's not about a fucking man. Bitches, this is how stupid bitches are. This is how stupid bitches are. This is how stupid people are. You'll be dead before then. You'll be dead in a week. One more card. Yeah, the Six of Swords. I feel like you need to move if you can even afford to do that. But the Six of Swords is mental. So I feel like you're trying to transcend your thinking. Even though you could be in a bad situation and you understand that transcending your thinking could really help you. If I just think about a better place, I'll get better. But I feel like people even crush that shit. They don't even want you thinking better. Because you might attract a man. So you can't even transcend your fucking thoughts. That's how jealous a bitch is. But you understand, like, okay, well, I'm in a shitty situation, but if I can just meditate and ascend my thinking, it'll elevate my body too. But I feel like somebody crushes that also. You can't even think on a higher level. Somebody is that envious of you. I need to be a ghetto, stupid ass bitch who thinks about dick all day. And if you try to elevate your thinking, I'm going to crush that also. So I feel like you're wasting away. You're probably not going to be here that much longer, if you even care. I feel like you're supposed to be getting help. I'm also getting too, I don't know what this is about, but I feel like you're innocent. You're not doing shit. But I already mentioned that. Somebody treats you like a child or whatever. But children don't live in a cage. That's what I'm saying. A child will die without his mother. So I'm not really getting the reference here of the Six of Cups, all these sixes, because I feel like nobody's fucking helping you. Nobody gives a fuck. I feel like people actually want you to help them. You're actually still helping other fucking people when you're the one wasting away. Bye.